Looking to have complete confidence when you walk into your next listing appointment? Today I'm going to share with you the 7 things that top producing real estate agents know that they know before they step into that next appointment. As we begin to see more and more competition on the listing side of the business, there's a few things and skills that we need to be making sure that we're developing and growing as we continue to go into this changing real estate market. So today what I want to do is I'm going to talk to you about the traits I see, the things that I see that the top producing listing agents know that they know before they ever walk into that listing appointment, making sure that they have the confidence to know that they're going to walk out of there with a listing agreement. So let's start with the first thing that I see. The first thing I see that they know before they go in is they know about the potential seller they're interviewing with. They have done the research. Now we're living in a time where if you're going on an appointment, taking the time to do the research and understand who it is you're meeting with can make all the difference. There's a Maya Angelou quote that says, when you know better, you do better. Well, in this case, when you understand who people are, you're going to perform better in that listing appointment as well. So here's some things that you can do. The number one is look up the history of when they purchased the home. Understand when they purchased the home. Also, go onto social media. You can find everything about everybody just about now on social media. If it's someone that's an executive, check out their LinkedIn. Check out Instagram. Check out Facebook. Notice and do a Google search for the people that you're meeting with to see if anything pops up. This gives you the ability to understand how many children they have, what they do for a living. Maybe if they've posted on social media that they'll be moving or they got a job transfer or something's happened in their life that might be triggering them to wanting to sell this house in a certain amount of time. You see, the more that you know, the better you're going to perform in these listing appointments. So the top producing real estate agents, before they ever step foot in that listing appointment, they do the research to understand who it is they are potentially going to be working with. The second thing that they know is they know the history of the home that they're going to take a look at. They've taken a look at what was the year that this home was built. They go back in MLS and they look at all of the previous sales to see who was the builder. Who was it that has worked on this house? Was there a renovation done that was mentioned in a previous listing that was posted on MLS? They begin to understand the history of that neighborhood, or they understand when this house was built in relation to the age of the neighborhood. You see, all of these are factors that will really play a part in the valuation of the house. It's going to give a better understanding of what's been done to the house before you come in there cold, and it's going to give that top producing real estate agent the confidence that when they walk in there that they can drop little things like, hey, when so-and-so built this house back in 1997, they were building so many houses in this neighborhood that were such quality that the houses were just flying off. What are some of the renovations that you may have done since then? You see, when you have the understanding of the foundation of the house, now you can begin to ask questions that show your expertise to that seller. That's what top producing agents do, and that's the thing that you can do to set yourself apart as well. The next area that top producing agents know before they walk in is the overall market trends for the local market. It's not just about the house. Obviously, we understand that if the tide is moving one direction, it's going to be hard to have a house and market a house in a different direction from the tide that's going on overall. So what is it that they understand? They understand if days on market are going up. They understand if there are more homes on the market now than there were this time 3 months ago. They understand if the pending numbers of contracts that we're seeing are actually elevated or they've been pulling back. They understand what the trends are and how they will affect this home in particular before they even walk in that appointment. The next thing that top producing agents know before they walk in is they understand and know the most recent comparable sales and also the homes that are currently on the market that they will be competing with if they list this home. See, they understand what's going on in particular in regards to this house so that when they get in that appointment, they don't have to fumble through papers. They are able to speak about, well, the house 4 doors down sold 6 months ago. It sold for this. Well, the house on the other street over here that's very similar in size to yours actually sold 2 weeks ago. That comparable, a lot of people don't even understand what happened there, but this is what happened and how it's going to affect your value. You see, when you understand what's going on in the local trends as well as you understand exactly what's been happening with the comparable homes that are currently for sale and that have recently sold like this house, it gives you the ability to come across as the professional you are. You can speak in a way that creates confidence, and when you do that and you create that confidence with that seller, you're going going to absolutely get the opportunity to have more listings. The next thing that top producing agents know before they walk into a listing appointment is they know their unique selling proposition. They understand what it is that they do differently from other agents, and they have the ability to be able to communicate that in a way that creates the confidence that they are the agent of choice for that seller when they're considering multiple agents. Now, what are those things for you? Whatever it is, you need to have something that you can point to that is different for you. Do you do video content? Do you market in a different way from other people? Do you host more open houses? Do you have a database that you reach out to? Do you have a network of agents that you reach out to? You see, when you have the ability to tell people what it is that you do differently, that gives them the confidence that you can help them sell the house faster, with less hassles, and for the highest price possible, you're absolutely going to have the opportunity to be that listing agent of choice. Next thing top listing agents understand and know before they walk into that appointment is they know the marketing plan that they will put in place to help that seller have the confidence that you're going to get it sold very quickly and at that highest price. So what is it that you can do to prepare for that? In a lot of cases, we talk about it's one thing to tell people, but it's a whole other thing to show people. So if you've got previous videos, have them queued up where you can show them those videos. If you have previous marketing pieces that you've done for homes, show them what that looks like. If you are someone that is using QR codes on your flyers or whatever, use an example of that and show it to them and let them actually see what happens with those things. They also have the ability now, we talked about this and I've taught about the Chick-fil-A on Sunday listing presentation marketing plan, which is basically where you'll utilize artificial intelligence to be able to go in and show confidence and show the marketing plan up front. If you haven't seen this, you can see a full detail of this up above and the link up above, but let me just give you the outline of this. We're going to go in and we're going to ask it to go ahead and pre-write. You can get all those prompts on the other video, but we're going to go in and ask it to pre-write a couple of different MLS descriptions. And the way we present that is we just simply say, if we go in, the pictures are going, it's going to stop the scroll, but it's actually going to be the description that's going to give people the desire to go and see your house when they're looking at multiple places. Then we're going to say, convert that. We're just going to ask AI to convert this, or ChatGPT to convert that to a Facebook post announcing it as a new listing. We're going to talk to it about getting us an Instagram post as a new listing, announcing this as a new listing, a LinkedIn blog post, also a social media, maybe even like an Instagram reel script for this. We're going to take those, we're going to print those, we're going to have all of those in a folder when we're in that listing appointment. Also, what we're going to do is ask ChatGPT to give us 25 unique ways to market this property that maybe other agents haven't thought about. We're going to choose some of those and we're going to have all that printed up and we're going to walk in. These top agents are going to walk in with a marketing plan already in action, already in place, that all it needs to do is to be executed on. You see, when you do that and you present, and those agents that are top agents that lock these listings down, they walk in with a confidence and just basically show them exactly what is going to happen on the marketing side that creates that confidence we're looking for. Last but not least, top listing agents know before they walk into the appointment their worth, and they know what it is that they're not willing to do. You see, here's the problem is a lot of times when you get in a listing appointment, I've had this happen especially early in my career, where I would walk into a listing appointment, I would get to the place and I'd be like, man, I can sell this place. And they would come back and they would ask me to reduce my commission to a level I really wasn't comfortable with, but in the heat of the moment, standing in front of them, I would cave a little bit and possibly take that listing at a lower pace. As I got further along in my career, I got to a place where I understood the value I brought. I was walking into that appointment completely prepared, and I understood that there were certain things that I was not going to be willing to do. I was not going to be willing to reduce my commission to a certain level. Now listen, everybody's got a different level for that, but when you have these things already understood before you walk in there, it keeps and takes the question marks out. The most powerful thing you can say is that you can say, no, I'm not willing to do that. And if you don't get the listings, a lot of times what will happen is that they will then end up with someone else and you'll end up getting the listing after it expires because they ended up not getting someone that could actually get the place sold. So understanding exactly what your worth is, what you're willing to do and what you're not willing to do. Understanding this is my marketing plan, and yes, I'll be glad to add a few things that you're mentioning, but this is what I do. This is how this process is going to work, and I'm not going to veer from that because I know it's going to create the results you're looking for. You see, when you have that confidence and you have those lines that you're not willing to cross when you walk in there, now you walk in there boldly, ready to take that listing and serve those people at a higher level. I hope this has been helpful, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks for watching the video. I specifically chose the video below for you because it builds on the one you just watched. I hope it's helpful, and I'll talk to you soon.